Hey, what's going on YouTube? Multimedia Vapors back with another video, and today I got two reviews for you. One, we're going to be doing a review of the new Kanger Dripbox, okay? And we're going to be doing a review of Cake Vapors Blue Velvet. Do these two items live up to the hype? We'll find out. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back, guys. We're back with the first item up for review, and it's going to be Blue Velvet by Cake Vapors. Okay, this is a 60-40 VG-PG ratio. Usually I tend to go for a 70-30 or like an 80-20. But this is kind of what this company's going with. Both of their flavors, even their strawberry cheesecake, I believe is the exact same ratio. So a little interesting. I think maybe they're trying to go for more flavor. Also, the cloud production might not be there. Things like that. The box is pretty cool. Pretty interesting, you know, something that catches your eye. It's got cake vapor there. Looks like a cake. It's got blueberry on it. On the back, you got some nutrition details. Pretty much the VG-PG ratio. You got the 18 only. You got the skull and crossbones. Things like that. So pretty interesting there. This box goes for about $22 for this juice. So it's basically in line with all the rest of the premium juices. Inside, if we were to open it up, it's got a little seal here. We'll open it up here. You get a plastic pull out, which holds the juice. Okay, there's the juice there. It's a nice 30 ml bottle. You got a little tiny Baker Bear on there. It says Blue Velvet. Pretty cool. Childproof cap, of course. I got all the warning information, all the basic shit that you need. Pretty cool looking bottle, actually. I like that little bear. It was pretty tight. Now, also, you get, it's cool with this juice, you get a little goodie. And for me, I got a keychain. I know a couple other people usually get like cotton with some coils, different stuff like that. So it's pretty cool that they throw stuff in there. There's only one other juice, Pop These. I know it comes with some stuff like drip tips and different things like that. So it's pretty cool to get a little bonus with the amount that you pay for these bottles of juices. I got a keychain. It says cuddly as fuck, which you know, it's fitting. All right, pretty cool. That's pretty cool little keychain. And that came inside it, so that's pretty neat. So what the flavor profile? It's supposed to be a blue velvet, pretty much a blueberry, like red velvet cake, you know. So with coconut, that's the kind of like the flavor profile there. Go ahead and take a toke and see let's see what I think about it here. So this flavor, what do I think about it? Well, I've been vaping it for some time, and to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of this flavor. You do get a very slight hint of blueberry, which if it's one of the main flavors, it's also what's on the box. It pretty much should be like one of the main components. I don't get very much of it. Now, they do have coconut in here, and it's kind of overpowering in the sense. It mixes up with all the flavors, so you don't really get that, you know, start with a blueberry, go into a coconut, into that cakey goodness. Nothing like that. It mixes all together, and to be honest with you, the flavor tastes like a small bit of blueberry and a really like generic chocolate. And that's really what I get out of this. Yeah, I mean, that's really the flavors I'm getting out of it, to be honest with you. I like the branding of the company. I like the goodies that you come with it. I like everything like that. I just can't get on this juice, and it hurts me because I thought it was going to be a pretty good tasting juice, and I was super excited about it. But this juice is just, it's not there for me, man. out of 10, I'd probably have to give it like a 5 out of 10, middle of the road. And to be honest, I probably will not be purchasing another bottle of this juice. And that's the brutal honest opinion about it. And I'm going to tell you like it is. All the juices on this channel, 90% of the juices on this channel, I buy myself. So I'm the one forking out the $22 on there. And then and up, wherever, depends on what we're paying for the juice. And if it doesn't taste good, I'm going to let you know. I've seen some other reviews. I watched some other reviews about this juice, and people are all like, "Oh, it's great. It tastes so good." But I really don't know what they're vaping on, and I don't know. I don't know if they're just living up to the hype or what. But yeah, this just juice is not awesome. It's not amazing. It's not worth buying, to be honest with you, in my opinion. So that's the Cake Vapors. Now we're going to get on to reviewing our next item, and we're going to talk about the Kanger Dripbox. And we're going to go ahead and dive down close, and I'll show you what you get in the box.
Hey, here we are looking at the Dripbox by Kanger, and we're going to go ahead and open it up here and give you a quick showing of what exactly comes with the kit. We first initially get our Dripbox manual. We also get the Kanger battery wraps that they've been giving out with every product to keep it matchy-matchy. We have the Dripbox itself. We're going to go ahead and remove that for right now. Let's see what we got underneath. Typically, this is where we get all of our goodies, so let's see what we have in here. Alright, so one of the first things we have is the USB charging cable. Okay, pretty common. We're going to have our extra squawk box, little thing there. We got some cotton for builds, if we're going to make some new cotton builds. We have our trusty blue screwdriver with some extra coils. And we have a replacement Dripbox coil head. So these coil heads are come in different resistances. I believe they've got some more different types coming out through Kanger. And here's the overall Kanger Dripbox. It's made of aluminum. It goes stable down to 0.2 ohms. Here's the squawk box there on the side. This is where we put our single 18615 battery in. Now the one thing about this, I'm not a big fan of this. The door, it's pretty weird and interesting to me that it holds a single 18650, but yet you have to adjust for battery rattle, which is pretty interesting and weird. We're going to go ahead and remove it. This is where our juice comes up through the squawk bottle, through this hole here, and it is done by a little plunger system. We're going to go ahead and look at the bottom of the mod itself here and show you exactly how you get the bottle out. This bottom comes off by held on by magnets. Just kind of slide it up here, and there's our bottle. And we can actually use the sides of the holes where we press to get this bottle out. And we'll go ahead and push this out. We'll kind of show you here. All right, so we take it out. And there's the bottle, and then there we go. We have our little tiny plunger system there. So we put it back in, and then we'll go ahead and attach the magnet door back. And that's the overall. I mean, that's overall the look in the product. And
Welcome back from that up and close, and the look at the Dripbox starter kit. Now, what do I think about this mod? I've been messing with it for a couple days now. I actually got this mod from one of the buddies at work. He just recently picked it up. I believe he got it off Fast Tech, and I think he paid like close to like $30 for it, which is not a bad deal for this little mod. It is kind of cool that it has that little squawk box on the side. That's pretty cool and interesting. It's pretty awesome that you can build your own coils on this thing as well. You're not limited to buying the coils made from Kanger. You can actually build up on your own coils. It is a single 18650, like we spoke about during the up and close. It is not wattage controlled. It's pretty much just based on wattage, based on the build you have and the battery that you're using. One thing about it is the airflow. Airflow is a little much. that's open. I mean, it's pretty breezy. I like to actually cut it down to about half so I can get a better vape and not so much airflow. I think it's a little too much airflow for what this thing's pushing. I mean, all in all, it's a decent little vape. It's great for starters, people just getting into vaping, people that are probably interested in building their coils, that are starting to work on trying to build coils. And if they're not, if they want to drip and they're not interested in building their coils, then they could just buy a pre-made coil, throw that bad boy on, and pretty much start vaping right away. The drip box, the little squawk here, um, it does use a lot of juice quite quickly. This is a 15 mil capacity, I believe. Um, Juice squawk, and as you're going away, you're sitting there, you're squawking away, and pretty much, as you know, it empties pretty quickly. I actually tend to also just go ahead and drip right on the actual cotton, and not really necessarily use the squawk thing. I mean, it's a good little feature. I just don't see me using it all the time, and that you could probably have a tendency to go ahead and overfill. Okay. One of the negatives, the cons of this device is one, I don't like the battery door opener. I don't like the fact that it's how it screws on. It's a little janky to get on at times, and also the fact that you have to adjust for battery. I mean, it's just an 18650. It should just go right in. You should be able just to close it up and get going. But this has a little screw at the bottom kind of thing where you have to actually turn it to adjust for battery rattle, which makes no sense to me since it's just an 18650 battery. I don't know why they just couldn't make it ready good to go without having any adjustments. So it is kind of odd that they have that. The airflow option is cool. It's like I said, it's a big, huge, wide airflow on both sides. There is not a way to shut it off to do just single coil. So single airflow, so you're pretty much stuck with the big, huge gaps on the side and how much you shut it off. So as you shut it off or close it, it closes the same on both sides. But it's a very light mod. It's very easy to hold. I mean, it's not, you probably won't even notice you really have it in your pocket or your hand. All in all, it's not a bad little vape. Now, do I recommend this mod? If you're a if you're a vapor that's been vaping for some time, I would probably go ahead and stick with like the RX 200s or some of the other higher end mods, things like that. But if you're just starting out vaping and you're just starting out interested in building coils and starting to drip, coming from like an Ego or one of the starter kits or something, absolutely, I would definitely pick this up. I would shop around, try to find the cheapest price. I know Fast Tech, you can get it pretty cheap on there, but the only difference is that you're waiting some time to get it because it's coming out of China, things like that. But it's not a bad vape, and I definitely picked this up for a starter. And or if you just want like a secondary little tiny quick little vape that's real light and not much to carry. So that's all I have. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day.